Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. About my chicken and its rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing it. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Yeah, look, I ain't about to tell you twice. We on different levels and you better get the balance right. We not eye to eye, we are not alike. You couldn't even be me in another life. Don't hit me on my phone, yeah, I'll get back when I'm posted. They wanna blackmail cause they see I'm going posted. I've been at the top since I came over. I've been in control, yeah, it's game over. Born great, no, I ain't asked for it. Chasing the throne, I'm coming back for it. I never quit, fading the black for it. Never hang it up, I need a black for it.
Right or wrong, you can try to fake it, it won't last long. Right or wrong, running down the cup, but it's the team strong. I would never let up, I'ma last forever. That's how I'm moving on this side. I would never let up, I'ma last forever. That's how I'm moving on this side. This side.
Look, yeah, I took some losses, but I turned it to a window. Loving where you at, they ain't seen where you been though. See the numbers, I'ma run it up again. I can take it over when I want to, cause I can. Ain't nothing left, I had to get right. We ain't worried about no critics all on this side. I've been at the top since I came over. I've been in control, yeah, it's game over. Born great, no, I ain't asked for it. Chasing the throne, I'm coming back for it. I never quit, fading the black for it. Never hang it up, I need a black for it.
Right or wrong, you can try to fake it, it won't last long. Right or wrong, running down the cup, but it's the team strong. I would never let up, I'ma last forever. That's how I'm moving on this side. I would never let up, I'ma last forever. That's how I'm moving on this side.
Yeah, look, I ain't about to tell you twice. We on different levels and you better get the balance right. We not eye to eye, we are not alike. You couldn't even be me in another life. Don't hit me on my phone.
Non-conference girls soccer action kicks off your Thursday evening with some big cats on the prowl here at Scott Bailey Memorial Field, where the Huron Tigers clash with the Cougars of Crestview, coming at you anywhere the internet can be found, and it's all on the way next.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, he just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Having Frito Lay variety packs is a lot like having kids. You get a lot of flavor packed into small packages. And it's impossible to pick a favorite. Whoa! Yeah, definitely impossible to pick a favorite.
Frito Lay variety packs, packed with possibilities.
Welcome inside the Bob and Bob Door Company pregame show for girls American football action from beautiful Olivesburg, Ohio. My name is Brian Skowronski, going to be with you throughout the entire duration of tonight's contest. Very muggy night here at Crestview. Crazy weather is kind of terrorizing all the United States right now, but here, lots of rain this morning and the heat settling in right now, so a lot of tough temperatures for these girls to deal with throughout the course of the night. Let's tell you about Huron and what they've been up to here these last couple of seasons. No doubt it has been a struggle for them coming off of a winless campaign back in 2022, and they lost to this very Crestview squad. Their best match that they played all year, 2-1, opened up the season against a strong Mansfield senior team that's got high expectations, and they dropped that one 0-7. So needless to say, they're still trying to find themselves just a little bit, trying to find a bona fide leader on the team to develop some confidence, but they return everybody from a season ago. So a lot of veterans on the team, and we expect them to come out here and feel like they definitely have, if not the upper hand, they've got a seat at the table when they take on the Crestview Lady Cougars, who also off to a slow start to their season. Still trying to find someone to step up and become a goal scorer for them. When you look at their first couple of matches, did put 2 in the back of the net against Port Clinton and then against Edison. Kind of a tough match where, talking to people about it, it probably should have ended in an 0-0 draw. There was a whistle that wasn't blown, or at least the play didn't end. A lot of girls standing around when the Chargers put in what ended up being the game-winning goal for them. But a lot of home cooking for Crestview here in the early portion of the season. 6 straight home matches, so they're very comfortable here at the friendly confines of Scott Bailey Memorial. And speaking of being comfortable, how about the return of the Mac in between the pipes? Our player spotlight, brought to you by Bob and Bob Door Company, is Maddie Mack, who anchors a team that definitely is going to be relying on their defense all season long. She had over 100 saves last year during her sophomore campaign, 8 saves in 2 matches so far this season. And oh, by the way, as a freshman, she was the starter for a team that was very competitive back in 2021. 13 games, went on to take a sectional championship home. So Maddie Mack definitely is going to be the anchor of this unit. So gets it done here tonight? Let's go into our keys to the game. brought to you by Bob and Bob Door Company. And for Crestview, I feel like they just got to get off to a fast start. Hit that accelerator button early, and if you can run over Huron's confidence in the first, say, 10 minutes of the match, get an early goal, maybe even 2, you might be able to put them away. And maintaining that possession, find feet, be effective with your movement, and then just wait to strike. There's no sense in rushing, playing one of those big through balls. This is a team, they're going to allow some creases out there. You just got to find them. If you can keep possession, obviously things are going to go well for you. And for Huron here tonight, you got to capitalize on mistakes. That means converting bad turnovers into scoring opportunities and just no costly giveaways. Kind of like when they do those full court shots for $1 million at halftime and then a contestant actually makes it where you're kind of unprepared. You might remember the movie Semi-Pro. Jackie Moon does it, and he can't pay up. So just don't have a costly giveaway that you can't afford, and you are going to be just fine. Maintain possession if you're Huron. Similar to Crestview, I think the team that has the most possession minutes here tonight is going to come away as your victor. So we are all set and ready for action. Both teams heading out onto the field, ready to go toe-to-toe here early on in the season. Just the second game for the Huron Lady Tigers. That's a look. And the starters tonight, we've got Hartung, Heidel, James, Lafay, Schaefer, Schmidt, Rogers, Shaw, Singer, Vandergoot, and then Wainwright is going to be in net. On the other side for the Lady Cougars here at home, we already talked about Mack. She's going to be in net. They got the sophomore Addie Klein, Belcher, Tackett, Dinsmore, and Hickey, along with another couple of sophomores, Grant and Benedict, with the junior Klein, Salser, and then Kieran McLenithan, the senior out there in the defensive back line. So here we go, Huron with possession, pushing it out wide early. And they're going to have the throw in from the far side. Tossing it into traffic. It's going to be taken out of the sky there by Belcher. And here's Elise from the wing, left foot cross. Takes a couple of hops. Not much behind that one from Hickey. Don't even believe that was really a shot, and it's going to be handled easily there by Wainwright. Big punt. Taken on the back line here by Hallie Benedict. And now the Tigers looking to find some continuity in the middle of the field. Stringing together 2 straight passes, make it 3-4. And now a bit of a careless giveaway. Crestview unable to clear, though, as of yet. And they will get it out of their territory. On the fly here, just waiting for someone to stay onside was Tackett. So credit the Tigers that time for stepping up, not allowing Crestview to break away and get a good look on net, as that one's driven all the way back to the keeper. He's got a nice, strong punt. You can see it again for the second time. Karam's all the way into Lady Cougar territory. And Lily Klein has to chase it back down the far sideline. Here she is, punching it out of there. Tigers again looking to settle it at their feet here in the midfield. But it's poked away here by Devin Hickey. Now on the near side, a lot of space here for Allie Hartung. Exercising some patience. Little two-lady game, give and go. And mismeasured that time, as we got a collision here, and that's going to be our first whistle and foul of the evening. Is going to go against Crestview. So we'll set up a free kick. Should be right about at the football 40-yard line, and it is. Teed up here by Emma Shaw, who gets about 5 more yards of distance. And plays that one. A lot of pace on it. Vandergoot couldn't really trap it. And so Crestview looking to turn the tables. Nice through ball. And the setup to the outside is going to be whistled offsides there. Kylie Salser, the intended target. Off the restart. This one pushed to the center of the field. Tigers looking to send some numbers forward. Tackett with the last touch of that one. It'll be out of bounds. Tiger throw-in. Not to anybody in particular. And Grant on the back tap. Pushes that one out of play. We'll have another throw-in coming up here for Huron. For those of you watching out there on Facebook or in YouTube lands, please do make yourself a part of tonight's broadcast. Hit me with some comments. I'm solo on the call here tonight. Would love to hear from you. Get your thoughts on what you're seeing out there on the field of play. If you got any tips for me. As Hickey sends that one back post. Didn't get a big piece of it. But that's now 2 shots here for Crestview. Both of them have been on target. And they'll have the throw-in coming up in enemy territory. That's Grant using her body well to shield off the defender. She looks to make a run. Klein tries to find her. Broken up, though, by the back line. See Huron playing 4 right now defensively. It's more of a 3-5-2 shape right now for head coach Elizabeth Webb's group. And we got some Mac fans out there. Tough not to be a fan of Maddie Mack. She's basically been the mainstay, the staple in net here at Scott Bailey Memorial for the last 3 seasons. Played a ton of soccer. And for the Cougars to improve on their 3-win campaign a season ago, I really do think that Maddie Mack's got to be the key to that. Certainly, you got to develop some goal scorers, and with such a young group still, even though I believe the Lady Cougars only graduated a girl from a season ago. Emma Almond jumps out to me as the player that was a big contributor for him. They're definitely going to need to be able to be in some games where if they're not pitching shutouts, only allowing a goal until this team starts developing some offensive firepower up top. Certainly plenty of weapons, though. And I've just been introduced to, is it a pat a cake song called Miss Mary Mack? So, but a lot of different nicknames, of course. When your last name's Mack, I mean, it opens a whole can of worms.
But she is all dressed in black, so this one fits a lot more than just a
So we'll get our first set piece here of the night. Cougars teeing it up. And low driven ball. The goalie is out of the way, and it leads to this. Lily Klein coming through with the first goal of the night. So Crestview capitalizing right there on your Sutton Bank replay. Top shelf. The goalie out of position, and Crestview comes up with the first goal of the night. One of my keys to the game, getting off to an early start. At the 32-44 mark, they're on the board. Definitely checking one of those boxes. And I think just confidence-wise for Crestview, that's exactly what the doctor would prescribe. Just getting one of those opportunities and capitalizing on it early. You got a goalie that kind of misplayed it, came out of the box, left a wide open net. Klein able to smash it in where it needed to be. Also want to remind you guys that on YouTube Channel 4, we've got some high school volleyball action going down. Is that up live now? Have they started yet?
They're waiting for it, but yep, that's a live look. So momentarily, during the loop.
Where are we at for volleyball tonight?
We're at the Dog Pound in Howard.
Ah, we've got some game action going down. Undefeated Fredericktown, who I think might be the class of the conference this year. They are at the Dog Pound taking on East Knox, who coming off of an opening night loss will be trying to bounce back. Very tough test there. Travis Berardi is on the case, so maybe bring up both screens. Put the YouTube on the TV, get the Facebook going in your hand, and you can watch both games at once. Oh, nearly a great through ball right there. They saw that they had Devin Hickey, the sophomore, with a ton of space. And they'll slap this one out wide again, and looked like Belcher kind of thought better of trying to chase after that one, conserving a little bit of energy. So this one lobbed down the line, and it's going to find McLenithan. Sends it to the back line, and that's a turnover. Huron looking to put something together here on the counterattack. Crestview's got a marked man for man, though. Nobody open, and McLenithan comes away with it. Nice defensive stopper for them. One of the keys, of course, to having a big season this year. The lone senior on the squad for the Lady Cougars this year, who are making a substitution. 3 fresh bodies checking in. So Coach Webb going to her bench early. And on a hot night like this, smart strategy, of course, probably substitutions in numbers can go a long way to just keeping your girls fresh as the night wears along, especially those that are playing up top. Belcher with a big ball. Keeper's got to come out. And Wainwright meets the ball right at the edge of the 18. Another big punt. Takes a hop over Torrey Kidney. So that slung shot up in the air there by Benedict. And kept in bounds off the right foot of Salser. But the referee says actually hit it already. Went over the touchline. As the Tigers going to their bench now. Get our first look. That's number 21, Aaron Findley, who's getting involved right away. Here she is. First touch, though, not great, and loses her footing. Ball played into the box, no problem for Mack. On a second look, you see ball play just a little behind any offensive threat. Maddie, no problem with it. Tigers toss it in here near side. Played down to the feet of Hartung. Allowed some space. And nearly a bad turnover. Looks like the Tigers going to get out of trouble. As Vandergoot plays that off the shin pads there of Addie Klein. And quickly off the restart, down the far sideline it goes. Nice backtrack by Bailey Jo Cordray. Physical player too. Just leveled the defender. Back to her, Bailey Jo set it up. And just a bit too much, wasn't able to time it up with the shot as Wainwright has to dive on top of it. Just in the nick of time. Three saves so far for Wainwright. And for Crestview, each of their shot attempts have been on frame. So no wild action yet. More substitutions coming from each sideline. Emma Amert checking in for the first time tonight for the Cougars. Klein, who's got the lone goal so far of the match, trots off. As that ball squirts through. But no damage done as Crestview defends well. And credit each back line stepping up, making some solid plays right now early in the contest. About 15 minutes gone by here in a steamy Olivesburg. Temperatures right about in the mid-80s. But it's just very heavy out here. Tons of rain coming through north central Ohio today. And all through the evening as well. Just ended probably 5-6 hours ago, but the sun's been out. And certainly with the turf here and the awesome irrigation, this is one of the best facilities that we have in the area in terms of turf. Very playable conditions. Others right in our backyard unable to play on some real grass conditions due to the swampy-like nature of their fields. So couldn't even get here tonight coming down 13 because there was so much water underneath that bridge. So had to see some of the countryside out here tonight.
Well, there's a lot more underwater on the way. So.
I'm told plenty of other spots underwater too if you're trying to check them out in the Mansfield area.
Stay home, stay safe.
So yeah, stay home. Let us come out and brave the weather and drive through all the madness. You guys just enjoy nice cold beverages and kick your feet up. Ladies soccer and volleyball action on the way tonight. And then tomorrow night, 6 football live streams coming at you on the OH Report. Nobody does more in north central Ohio. Have a couple of highlights as well. And then you can't forget about the Friday night pigskin. We're going to try to get off right at 11:30 tomorrow night with your guys' action. All the scores, highlights, analysis that you need to hear from week 2 of high school football. We'll have the Crestview football team as well, making their home opener debut. And not used to coming off of a loss here lately. Back-to-back 10-0 seasons. Trying to dig themselves out of an 0-1 hole now. As that's up for grabs. Big shot attempt. Wainwright able to get on top of the Hickey blast off with the right foot. Second look. Perfect timing. And then the gator roll. So that's the 5th shot now for the Lady Cougars. Wainwright has saved 4. But no scoring action over about the last 10 minutes on our Bo Lacey Construction scoreboard. As Coach Webb going back into her bench, as is Coach Kudrin over on the other side. Tigers quickly on the toss-in. Had trouble trying to get numbers forward here tonight, and when they have, Crestview's definitely had the team speed to keep up. I've seen basically, it's like they're playing man-to-man defense out there. Everyone's got a mark on them. As that one's lofted into the box, could get a shot attempt here. Just not a lot behind that one as it came down to the left foot. And handled easily by Mack from the left foot of Briella Rogers. First shot attempt so far for Huron. Looks like that's going to be a goal kick. Wasn't sure if that knocked off the defender's shin pads or not. Hartung was a little bit off balance there when she tried to send that cross. Mack pushes it here near side, trying to find the sophomore kidney. And that one set through. A lot of speed here coming up for Hickey. Here's Hickey one-on-one with the keeper, and she's going to put it away. 2-0 Crestview. What a setup off the goal kick. Counter attack makes this thing 2-0. Going top shelf. No chance for the keeper to get to that one. Excellent start on the night here for the Crestview Lady Cougars. And I think we're going to get a water timeout at the 21:10 mark. The OHSAA allows officials to call these timeouts sometimes during contests. You'll see them in all sports that are outdoors when there's certain heat ratings. I don't know exactly what index that they're looking for, but I can tell you, I'm just calling the game up here. I got sweat beads forming and running down out on the turf where it's, of course, a little bit more crispy down there. I think this is the proper usage. So both sides getting some liquids. Seeing a few players for Crestview just dumping their water bottles on top of their head. Should give them about 2 minutes here to hydrate up. And just an excellent start for the Cougars here tonight. 2-0. If you're just joining us, the first goal came back at the 32-44 mark. Addie Klein, the sophomore, was able to deliver off of a corner kick. And then just moments ago, that was Klein's goal from earlier. Get the party started. And then the breakaway, which was all set up by just the top end speed of that sophomore. How about number 9 just accelerating, throwing it into third gear and then even fourth, shifting past the defender and then able to put it where Wainwright had no shot at coming up with a save. And she's been pretty good so far. 4 of them up to this point in the match. As we're back underway here. See if Huron's able to come up with some type of strategy to try to find some creases, some chinks in the defense back here for Crestview. They've been very solid. By my count, only one real opportunity for Huron to try to get a clean shot on Maddie Mack in between the pipes back there. That came about 3 minutes ago in game action. It was with the Rogers shot off the left foot. Just didn't generate a whole lot of power behind it. And the Lady Cougars really pressing forward right now, just keeping Duke girls back at midfield. So they've got 8 on the hunt, up prowling, as they're going to remain in the attacking third. After a quick substitution, Belcher checking back in, as will Kylie Salser. There's Tackett making the turn. Oh, what a setup. And that was Hickey with the shot attempt. Not a lot to this one. You see a lot of defenders there inside of the box. Thought maybe just kind of rushed that shot attempt. She wanted the one-timer, it wasn't there, and then quickly went back to work. Here she is again, another opportunity. As she lofts that one over the back of the defense. No offsides call, so a big chance here for Salser, crossing it into traffic. And the Tigers can't clear it as it's back to Kylie. And she sends it just wide. And Wainwright able to snatch that thing. Fifth save for her. And the 7th shot tonight for the Cougars. See those black jerseys just kind of swarming anytime that a Huron girl gets the ball down at her feet with her back towards the net. As that's a bit of a bad giveaway there. They had something formulating moving forward. And the counterattack's been really strong tonight for the Cougars. The team speed very evident. Here's another chance for Hickey. This time near post. And they're going to call offsides back at about the football 20. So, no shot. And there just wasn't a lot of space there anyways. Try to sink that thing in as she went near post. Big ball played down the near sideline off the head of Rogers. Nice battle here with Kidney. And she's going to knock it off of a Huron Tiger. Allowing Coach Webb to go back into her bench, getting Olivia Grant into the fold again. Cougars with another chance for a throw. Actually, it's going to be a Tiger toss-in. Could be a carnival game. I don't know what the prize would be, though, for a Tiger toss-in. You can't win a big cat. But maybe. I know Tiger King still behind bars. I don't know what's become of all of his felines. Man, what a story that is. I think most of America tuned in on that during the COVID, right? It was just all the right, perfect timing. It's one of the few times in American history that you could sit down with your grandma talking about a gay tiger wrangler with a couple of boyfriends, and and it would just be normal conversation. As you're taking a look at our football live stream broadcast coverage for tomorrow night. I told you we got 6 coming at you live and free, including one right here at Scott Bailey Memorial with East Knox coming off a big win in week 1. They looked very sharp. We've got Hillsdale versus Lucas. Man, what a week 2 battle that is. Will the Cubs fall to 0-2? Can Hillsdale go to 2-0? I've got a fun game. Clear 4 coming off a double overtime victory in week 1. Granville, their only loss during the regular season last year during an MOAC championship. Looking to get a little bit of revenge. But those Blue Aces, man, that is one heck of a team. It's going to be tough for them. Ontario making the trip down to the heart of Ohio, taking on Centerburg. Northmore opening up their home portion of the season against South Central. And Upper Sandusky at Mount Gilead. Tons of fun games for you guys tomorrow, live and free. And if you can't watch those, we'll have all of it for you. A breakdown on the Friday Night Pigskin, as that one's ripped just wide there from Belcher. Coach Webb gave Elise a lot of credit for maybe having the best ball skills on the team. She said Elise works the hardest at it. And you can see there in traffic, able to unleash one from deep. Kind of a lot of standing around right there. And it leads to another Crestview shot. They're closing in now on 10 for the first half. As we're sub 14 minutes ago and a fast-moving opening half. Lady Cougars looking for their first win of the season. Huron, too. 0-17 last year, so they would love to get a taste of success, and scoring was such an issue for them during that winless campaign. Just 5 times they were able to put one into the back, so it's definitely been a struggle for the Tigers the last couple of seasons. Crestview taking full advantage right now as Belcher looking to go to work, sends that thing forward for Grant on the hop, gets to it, but Wainwright goes down low and makes a pretty play. Look at Lauren giving up the body. Coming out right to the edge of the 18, the only place she could to eliminate a scoring opportunity that time for the Cougars. Here's a chance now for the Tigers. They've got numbers funneling forward. Just not a good touch right there, sending it out wide. Things were kind of coming to the middle. J.C. Schmidt didn't look like she put a lot of thought into that one. Just a one touch out to the wing. Leading to the counterattack. Here's Klein again looking for her second on the night. Addie on the hop, sends it. And Wainwright again. She's given up 2, but she has been tested thoroughly. 7 saves as Crestview has peppered the net. 8 shots on target. The captain, Dinsmore, just puts that one out of play. Couple of subs checking in here for Crestview. Huron will slide in a fresh body. It's going to be McLenathan and Salser taking a seat here for the Cougs. Tigers with it out wide. Got 3 in the middle of the field. And that's going to be disrupted. Klein stepping in, getting a piece of that. It's going to stay with the kids in the white jerseys. Interesting looking throw in there. And it leads to a turnover. Can the Cougars capitalize? Bailey Joe there on the hop, earns possession for Crestview.
Watch this poor girl's ankles this whole time. Attack.
Bailey Joe sends it back here for Kidney. And Tori has it sniped away there last second there by Lucy Hinners. Now a big ball sent out wide. Schmidt can't send it through though. So Crestview with a 3-on-4 ball through the middle of the field, perfectly timed. Here's Olivia Grant looking to make it 3-0, but Wainwright coming off her line again, making the right decision. So Lauren Wainwright has been busy in her keeper box. Half hour into the game, 8 saves already. Just trying to keep the Lady Tigers within striking distance as they try to get their first goal of the season. And for Crestview, with a young roster again this season, nearly everybody back for them, trying to get back to their winning ways. Just 3 victories for them a season ago. They lost in their tourney opener against Corey Rawson as well. But, man, the good times were rolling here. Seen 16 wins for them. I think that was a program record back in 19. Double-digit wins again in 20 and 21. 3 straight sectional championships. And a return to form here, as that's 3 goals now for Crestview. Elise Belcher getting in on the action. And this is how you get a return to dominance, getting that offensive firepower, putting a lot of pressure on the back line tonight. And you can just tell there's a big speed difference between the girls playing up top for Crestview and that back line of Huron. The Cougars have timed out several beautiful passes. Mack on the hop, comes way out that time. Beyond the 18 and smashes it out of play. Heads up stuff there from Maddie Mack. Our Bob and Bob Door Company player spotlight of the night. Just 8 minutes remaining till that halftime whistle. Cougars have been in control tonight. But Huron looking to put on some pressure here, sending one into the box. But just a light touch right there. Not really a shot attempt per se, as that was Kate Seibel not loading up on it. So Mack does the right thing and just clears it out of there with that big right leg. It's her second save so far of the evening. That's usually a sign that you're very much in control anytime your keeper doesn't have to do a lot. It's a freshman, Darren Moore, here on the near side, getting some action. And that's the beauty about getting off to these early leads. Man, what a play right there. The setup for Belcher. Hickey looking for her second. But tight window. Not a lot of field to operate in there. And Wainwright able to squeeze that one for save number 9. Whistle and a foul here goes against the Cougars. Just their second of this first half. It's been clean living on both sides. Huron has yet to commit a personal foul. Foot race to the outside, and the ball wins that one as Vandergoot was just about a step behind. And again, Crestview looks like they're just leaving Huron in the dust, as that definitely looked like offsides from up here by several yards. So the AR on top of that one. Another look on the Sutton Bank replay. Yeah, clearly about 3 steps offside there, 2 different Lady Cougars. But once you start hanging those crooked numbers up on the scoreboard, you get a thirst for it. You want to get in on the action, or if you've already got one, of course, it's always much more fun to have 2, or the hat trick, of course, is a huge accomplishment. But limited opportunities so far for Huron. Can they capitalize this time? That one sent off of the own teammate. So the Tigers get in their own way. Looking to regain possession here, and they will. Nice ball movement. Tigers got something going. Just don't have the speed to catch up as Mack comes out and handles it. Got to make every opportunity count. So far, Huron has not been able to do that. Have generated 3 shots on net, but none of them with any kind of sriracha. They've all been slow rolling balls. No one's put much pace behind it. As Wainwright again gets her hands on it. Been the busiest lady in the park tonight. My producer's sharing some fun scientific names for both styles of cats. I think, is that what I was looking at?
No,
I don't even know what I'm reading.
Yeah, no, this is just like, so if you wanted to compare.
A comparison of big cats. We'll save that for the half, and I will break down if a cougar and a tiger were to go toe-to-toe, what is the tail of the tape when you line up these two monsters?
Not trying to get you to pronounce words that are Latin.
Be a fun matchup. You hear of dog fights, certainly chicken fights around the world. Not too many cat fights, right? Well, in the alley behind my house, I hear them every night.
Tigers and lions and cougars?
But not of the big Familia brand, so not really seeing too many pumas going head-to-head with a cheetah or anything like that. So when a cougar and a tiger come head-to-head, that would be a very interesting matchup.
What's your gut tell you?
Without putting too much thought into this, I think I kind of like the tiger in that matchup just because they're fast, they're ferocious, they're natural-born killers.
Well, we're going to find out if all of that's true.
But we'll break that down for you guys at the break. Other people in the press box have their opinion on that as the setup. Rogers was about a half step away. One of the best chances that we've seen from the Tigers here tonight. Cougars able to pounce on it. As we're short time now, sub 2 minutes to go in a fast-paced opening half. Crestview looking to get their first win on the campaign. They have been in the driver's seat right from the start of things. As both coaches going back to their bench. Tigers trying to generate some late half offense. As that header there by Torrey Kidney was out of the field of play, so it's going to be Huron throw-in. And just blast it out of there. Love what we've seen tonight from Elise Belcher, just distributing from her midfield position. Almost hooking up with Devin Hickey that time. Then just a little, I don't know what you'd call that, little hip bounce off of one another.
Just making sure that they know.
Just, hey, I see you. And then Lauren with a Kind of a bruising stare down back at her.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Final seconds ticking away here in this opening half. Crestview's going to take a 3-0 edge into the half as they have been dominant so far in the early portions of this contest and still a long way to go. So keep it locked in here for the Bob and Bob halftime show, where not only are we going to have stats and analysis, we're going to break down an actual fight between a Cougar and a Tiger. Who wins? You'll find out after this quick commercial break.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Looking for a new way to showcase your business? Advertising sponsorships for the Crestview Cougars live streams are still available. Contact the OH Report for more information and let's make you a part of the game.
Having Frito Lay variety packs is a lot like having kids. You get a lot of flavor packed into small packages, and it's impossible to pick a favorite. Whoa! Yeah, definitely impossible to pick a favorite.
Frito Lay variety packs, packed with possibilities.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
good folks over at Lacey Construction, experience you can trust, done right and on time. By Frito Lay, driven and inspired by one purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Bob and Bob Door Company, entry doors, storm doors, garage doors, and openers. Bob and Bob Door has been providing fast, friendly, and reliable service for over 51 years. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. And Scout Construction Services, LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout for more information, 419-989-7240 today. Got A to Z Animals.com has a great 2-sentence breakdown here of what the tiger is. That's what we got. Okay. Okay. We'll start with stats and then we'll get into the good stuff. It's halftime here at Scott Bailey Memorial Field, and the home fans here for Crestview definitely enjoying a nice, healthy dose of offense as they lead Huron right now 3-0. I'm Brian Skowronski with you, and we'll give you the breakdown of the halftime stats here on the Bob and Bob Door Company show. It's basically been dominated by the Cougars. The Lady Cougs with 15 shots, 12 of them have been on the mark here tonight, and they definitely have dominated the time of possession and have stepped basically up to every challenge brought to them defensively. Of the 3 shots presented here tonight by Huron, none of them have been with much pace or action behind it. As our scoreboard 2 having some issues. It should be 3-0 up there for the Crestview Lady Cougars. So I'll just read you guys off these stats. 9 saves, though, for Huron. And I really like what we've seen from Lauren Wainwright, the goalkeeper. She's been up for the challenge, coming out and defending quite well. There's just been several beautiful setups in this first half by the midfield of Crestview. Elise Belcher has been a standout. She's had a goal as well. Hickey with goal number 2 on the night. Klein with the first scoring chance for Crestview on a very hot and balmy night here in Olivesburg. Current temperature still at 83 degrees here as the sun continues to set. And as we have about 80 seconds remaining before the second half gets underway, let's go ahead and give you a breakdown of an actual fight between a tiger and a cougar, not the sports stuff where it's posted across their chest. If we march out both of these creatures into an arena, who is going to get the W? Well, according to A to Z Animals.com, a battle between a tiger and mountain lion would definitely see the tiger come out victorious for several reasons. First off, because it's massive. It's like 3 times bigger than a cougar. They've got huge claws. The Siberian tiger, for example, the claws nearly twice the size of that of a cougar or a mountain lion. And then the bite force, 400 psi for a cougar, no match for the over 1,000 psi bite force of a Tiger. So in this epic battle, it's pretty clear that a Tiger would come away with the victory. As
Probably taking on multiple Tigers.
you know what? Yeah, there probably could be one Tiger that could take on a few different Cougars all at once. The Cougars, they're from the forest, the mountains, the desert. Tigers, swamps, grasslands, some forests. The tail length in this tail of the tape, pretty similar. Maybe that would be like kind of the reach in a fight. 60 to 80 centimeters for a Cougar, 80 to 110 centimeters for a Tiger. Helps with the balance and keeping them upright. And speaking of upright, how about the height? 60 to 70 centimeters on average. That's 24 to 28 inches for a Cougar. 35 to 43 inches to the shoulder height. But you start talking about the weight, and it's nearly double the size for a Tiger over a Cougar, who I grew up around mountain lions. A lot of them are right around 100 pounds, but the huge ones can be 300 or more, whereas the average Tiger's pushing about 6 bills. So they're a hungry creature. Both are excellent hunters, supreme predators, but if we both put them into the arena, probably going to be a Tiger walking out of there victorious. So there you go. That's your creature matchup breakdown here on the Bob and Bob Door Company halftime show.
We really do miss Jack Hanna.
Yeah, no Jack Hanna, so you just get me here tonight. Lucky for you, we've got soccer that's about to start up, though, here for the second half. It's going to be first touch for Huron, who my key to the game for them, capitalize on mistakes. Crestview honestly didn't make a ton of them in the first part of the game. They did allow, by my count, 2 different opportunities for real scoring threats for the Tigers, but they didn't really do anything with it. Costly giveaways, well, they've had plenty of those, and Crestview's been able to take full advantage. And on the other side for Crestview, my keys to the game for them, get off to a fast start, check. How about the early goal for them from Klein to make it 1-0 less than 8 minutes into the contest, and then maintain possession with over 60% so far. They definitely have both of those boxes with a big X right in it. So that's why they're on top 3-0. Can they maintain here in the second half? We're going to find out together right here and now, live and free on the OH Report main YouTube as well as our Facebook stream. And do keep some comments flowing in my way. We'll put them up on the fan zone. I'll read some off here in a couple of minutes as well. So let me know your thoughts on the first half action tonight, and we'll make you a part of the contest. As the first about minute of action littered with turnovers here. And that one squeezes through, but it's going to roll out of bounds over on Huron's side of things. Cougar's going to get an opportunity to throw it in again. Salser with a head of steam. Tries to deliver it in traffic to Grant. But the Tigers converge. They take it away. But that touch by Hartung off the left foot out of bounds. So another throw-in coming up for Crestview. Just come more towards the middle of the park this time. But the Tigers step to it. Can't seem to get it out of their end at this point. And that's going to be offsides here against Crestview as we check in here quickly on the East Knox Bulldogs and Fredericktown Freddies in their second set of the evening. And the Freddies on top 7-2 here in set number 2 after taking the opening set. So Fredericktown looking to stay undefeated. East Knox trying to get off the schneid. Both teams in our soccer match here looking for win number 1 on the campaign. This is the third match for the Lady Cougars. All 3 of them have been here at home and almost set it up, or will they get a goal here? Left foot, oh, off the post. Open net there for Belcher. Would have been her second here of the evening. Just barely missed that one by a couple of inches. Cougars are going to get their second set piece. They scored off their only corner kick of the first half. Led to their opening goal of the match by Klein. That's McClenathan driving it in. Back post, settles down at the feet. No shot, though, taken by Salser. Sets up a goal kick here for the Tigers. Pretty well struck, though, on the corner attempts. Just showing you a quick visual of the empty visitor bleachers. And it's not because nobody from Huron is here. They're just all sitting in the shade over here on the home side because with the temperature still 80 plus and it feels like over 90 out here tonight. So that's kind of a representation of what these athletes are dealing with out on the field. But as the sun continues to set, I see that we've lost a few degrees on the temperature scale. And it's becoming a bit more comfortable out there for these players, but easy for me to say up in the box. As that one almost squirting through, ends up at the feet of Lily Klein. And the captain sends that one out of play, trying to hook up that time with Tackett. And Lily blasts this one. Grant was on the hop. And she's going to earn a corner kick out of it. So excellent hustle that time by Olivia Grant and the sophomore. Allows McClenathan another opportunity down at this end. Kieran's got it teed up. Plays it near post this time, and it's off of the fingertips. I don't exactly know who's going to get credit for this. I think they're going to say Addie Klein. Give me a second look here on the Sutton Bank replay, and we'll see. I thought perhaps McClenathan actually sunk that thing on her own. Officially, though, we're going to go with Addie Klein with the goal. And Klein now with 2 on the night at the 34-29 mark of half number 2. And we're going to take one more look. Klein does go in there. I don't know if she needed to. That's one heck of a placement by McClenathan.
If she did it, she wouldn't get credit.
But Klein helping out, putting it away. So 2 assists tonight for Kieran off of set pieces. And this exactly the contest the Crestview fans were hoping for here tonight. And moving forward, they've definitely got some winnable matches. 6 straight at home to open up the season. So you got to tip your hat to scheduling and probably the athletic director and the coaching staff coming together and just wanting that home cooking here early on in the campaign. But they've got Shelby coming in here on Saturday. Lady Whippets have a very young team. That one you can watch live and free, 10 a.m. And then Northwestern, a few days later, are going to be back here. And then a rivalry matchup against Mapleton closes out the 6-game homestand. But when you get a big shot in the arm like this, it can be a huge confidence boost for these young ladies, who that's kind of all they've been lacking, is just finding a designated scorer. And they've had a few. 3 different girls putting one in the back of the net, and of course now Klein with 2. So a bit of a coming out party for the sophomore here tonight, Addie Klein. Referee stopped the game momentarily. Just a quick warning as things were getting kind of physical. This one punched out by Huron, so throw-in coming in deep in Tiger territory. Slung in there, the header. Didn't lead to a shot. But a beautiful build-up by the Lady Cougars and a look back at Klein's second goal. McClenathan has delivered on the money each time on set pieces tonight. Masterful placement. Here comes Kieran, looking to get a little bit more forward now. She leaves it out wide for Hickey. Hickey's going to keep it in. Right foot setup. And this time Wainwright able to get in the way. Not a big booming punt like we saw earlier in the matchup for her, though. As the Tigers having trouble just getting it out of their territory here in half number 2. Cougars looking to keep the pressure on. Nice high press. And Kidney with the effort there, earning the throw-in for the Cougars. We're going to trot in Emma Emmert. So she's going to get some action, and 4 freshmen make it 5 on this varsity roster. Actually, I'm counting 6. Could see them all getting some time here in this second half with the score differential the way it is. So you think about the fact that Crestview pretty much returns their entire team this year. They're going to do the same thing next year. So building blocks being put in place here by Coach Webb and her staff. Pete White, the varsity assistant. Fun story about those two after we watch this latest set piece. McClenathan this time drills it into the hands of the keeper. Nice job by Wainwright. But how about coming full circle? Elizabeth Webb, who's a 2010 Ashland High School graduate, actually played for Pete White when she was in high school, and now Pete is her varsity assistant. So she loves having her former coach here on staff. Says that they're working very well with one another, and everything that she learned, literally, she got from Coach. And to have him here reinforcing some of the tactics and the strategies definitely bodes well for this program as they put together a great young roster here on paper. And you see the talent, undeniable. They've got some key pieces in solid places right now. When you look at that back line, the likes of Dinsmore and then McClenathan, and then up top, some really exciting players like Belcher. You've seen Klein getting in on the action. Hickey, too, certainly got some great speed. So I think as the year wears along, Crestview is going to continue to make leaps and bounds. As, wow, what a move right there. Belcher through a 4-pack of defenders, looking to launch one. Back post, good night. 5-0 Crestview. Taking total control, but this one, all an individual effort. Elise Belcher, we are not worthy. The ball skills. She took on the entire back line at once, took him to school, and then just rips this one back post, kept it low, no chance for Wainwright on the diving attempt. Beautiful stuff. Take a look at that play in its entirety coming up here in just a moment. So just about 5 minutes in between the two second half goals now for the Lady Cougars, starting to heat up offensively. And on this dead ball, let's go ahead and run that replay again. Well, that replay wasn't so fun, but we will probably find a much better one coming up here soon. Belcher now with a pair of goals. Klein with a pair too. I guess if history were to repeat itself, Hickey would be next in line to get on the scoring sheet. But just an absolute offensive outburst here tonight for the Lady Cougars. So here it is. Look at this move between three defenders, all standing kind of flat-footed. Did they not see Elise with a head of steam? And choo-choo, the engine came roaring through. Get off the tracks when it's coming through as she sent that one home. 5 goals now for the Cougars. And off the whistle, you saw there on the replay, it was offsides against Crestview. And for the Tigers at this point, obviously in a very tough situation, and the goal differential doesn't necessarily matter, but do you want to become more vulnerable and take more chances sending girls forward to initiate some more offense of your own? Or do you start sending back a 4th girl to try to slow down this roaring engine that is the Crestview offense that has certainly found their stride here in the second half? That is the dilemma right now for the coaching staff for the girls in the white uniforms, as Crestview is going to dive into some of their youngsters getting onto the field. Here comes freshman Kaylin West wearing 16. Sophomore Addie Klein back out there as the rotation for Coach Webb continues. Tigers do a nice job there of just clearing it. But they haven't been able to get much continuity moving forward, and that's why. You see those balls right there? There's nobody running side by side. And Rogers just plays the ball to the middle of the park. So Huron still trying to figure out how to play well with one another, but with everybody returning this year, certainly I know that Coach Webb was expecting a very competitive game. 2-1 was the outcome a season ago up at Huron. And they just have not been able to compete tonight with the Cougs. Both schools have turf also on their home playing surface. So sometimes I know that can be a critical factor. Teams that are accustomed to playing on grass, it's much slower with the ball pace. Not the case for Huron here tonight. And the Tigers pick up their first foul here. Make sure you are commenting in our fan zone for those of you that are proud of your Cougars playing through this heat here tonight. And for those of you from Huron who are tuning in that didn't want to make about the hour drive, just looking to kind of put some respect on your name here over the last 24 minutes and change. Even though you're on the bad end right now of a loss, you can still get some confidence over the second half of this second half, and that's a great way to start it. Here's Rogers on the hop looking for the shot, and she's going to put it home. Brella Rogers, the first shot for Huron in the second half, and she sinks it. Pretty stuff right there, and just right on cue. Talking about just feeling a little bit better yourself, coming off with execution that's been at a higher level than you've been able to do throughout the remainder of the night. So what if you're down still 4 goals here? Go out, keep competing, and that's what's important. Love seeing that from Brella Rogers, number 28. Take a second look here. Rogers, left foot. Nothing but net. Mack couldn't even really make a play on it. Excellent placement. Back post. Top shelf in the corner. And she hammers it home. So 5-1 now on your Bo Lacey Construction scoreboard. About 23 minutes remaining. With some younger players out here on the field for Crestview. A lot of freshmen. It's an opportunity for them to really get their first taste of varsity action. See what it's like going toe-to-toe with much bigger school, too, in Huron. Coming from the Sandusky Bay Conference. Crestview, of course, who competes in the Firelands for pretty much everything, is in the Mid-Buckeye for soccer, which is a cool league. I like that they play the in-season tournament at the end of the year. And for several seasons, it would go back and forth. Mansfield Christian and Crestview basically trading championships. Can the Cougars return to that form again in 2023 after, I would argue, a kind of a disappointing season for them last year, coming off of 3 straight sectional championships, 11 wins in 21, 13 in the COVID year, and then in 19, unbelievable season for them, 16-2-1. I think they even had higher hopes than winning that sectional championship. They did lose in the district semi that year, if memory serves, and I think they felt like having some top-flight players like Mary Leeper, Kathleen Leeper, the 2 All-Ohioans. Had a lot of good players back then. It looks like they've got some kids now, too. Looking to kind of fill those shoes a couple of years later. Had to go through some growing pains. But this junior class, along with the sophomores and then the 2 key seniors, definitely a lot to like about this Cougars roster this season. Quick whistle there, and foul will blow the play dead. Second against the Cougars here in this second half. And the temperature, though it's come down a bit, still a balmy 83. Feels like at least 90 out there. Just waving my hand. I mean, it's just very thick, the humidity today. My producer's got a pair of scissors trying to cut the air in front of me out, and he did make a nice little window. I'm seeing the field much more clear. Appreciate you, Adam. Nice turn and a setup to the outside. Just a bit too much behind that. Trying to find Audrey Dudziak. And they're going to take a quick water break here. So hydration all the way around on both sides gives us a quick chance to check out our football live stream schedule. Again, tomorrow we'll be in the heart of Ohio for Centerburg against Ontario. Northmore against South Central. Crestview, their home opener, will be right back here tomorrow night. They're taking on East Knox, a team that they just crushed last two seasons actually. Hillsdale, their home opener and our first ever live stream from over there in Jeromesville. For football, I should say. They're taking on the Lucas Cubs. Excellent Week 2 battle right there. Mount Gilead at home against Upper Sandusky. And then I am on the call for Clear Fork against Granville with Andy Jardy. So a really fun night of high school football coming up tomorrow. And then, of course, we've got the Friday night Pigskin Show for you folks. That goes down right at about 11:30 live from OH Report World Headquarters in downtown Mansfield. All the gang's going to be there, including 2 Crestview grads that we just call, well, I don't know. They've got so many nicknames. G and Storm, the Duo, the Pig Pen. They like to call themselves Cutie Corner. Who the heck knows? If you get a chance, you can flip over to our volleyball match that is now in set number 3. That's on YouTube, Channel 4, and then, of course, our Facebook stream. You just have to find it. Fredericktown. Looks like they might have packed the brooms into the dog kennel tonight. Looking for a clean sweep of East Knox. They've got a 5-point cushion in that what could be decisive third set. Back to action here in Olivesburg as we're just past the midway point here of half number 2. And if you're just joining us, Huron has the most latest score, but the previous 5 all belonging to the Cougars. A couple each for Klein and Belcher. Hickey as well found the back of the net. On a beautiful evening here in Olivesburg, even though a bit hot, still nice. See there, kind of a cool cloud pattern as well overhead. What a cool part of nature. Clouds. So many different forms. Can look like infinite amounts of different things on any given day. Kind of seeing like a popcorn illusion up here. A popcorn Milky Way, perhaps. Now I'm thinking about popcorn and Milky Ways together. I'm hoping I have dinner waiting for me when I get home tonight. A cirrocumulus cloud is the correct name for them, of course. For all you lay people out there. Just thought I'd fill you in. Not everybody's got a producer feeding information into their eardrums all the time. Joe Rogan has his young Jamie. I've got my Adam Thompson. Can't really associate young there. He's got a couple months on me. But still feels young, right? Well, he's 40 and he's kind of stretching his back, so maybe he's not feeling quite as spry as I believe to be. Oh, nice move on the outside. Set up well there by Hartung. And now a chance for a counterattack as there's a give and go. And her cross deflected, though. And it's just going to be punched out of play by the captain. But some signs of life here for the Huron Lady Tigers. Though they're still playing with 3 back on the defensive line. And that one, the setup on the outside of the 18, nobody really home there on the other end. And some physical play. Pretty nice setup too, but that shot deflected as we've got a girl down on the turf. And the shot by J.C. Smith that you're seeing right there. Show that replay one more time. As you see the injured player go down and is grabbing for her right knee right now. So we'll go ahead, we'll step aside, we'll take a quick commercial timeout, and we will be back with the remainder of the match. 16:50 still to go from Scott Bailey Memorial.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Having Frito Lay variety packs is a lot like having kids. You get a lot of flavor packed into small packages, and it's impossible to pick a favorite. Whoa! Yeah, definitely impossible to pick a favorite.
Frito Lay variety packs, packed with possibilities.
Thursday night football live and free here on the OH Report. Where else would you rather be than hanging out with your boy here on the interwebs with some fun girls soccer action going down here at Crestview, where the Cougars off to a 5-1 advantage and just 15 and a half minutes remain here. So very much likely that they cruise to their first victory of the season after a couple of tough defeats to open up the campaign. And for Huron, they got a goal. That's their first so far of the year, and coming off of an 0-17 season where they just scored 5 times all year. I think even though the score differential is what it is, you still got to be pretty darn pleased coming out with some of the shapes that they've had on offense have been good. The execution has been what's lacking. So they're putting themselves in positions to do some damage in the attacking third. They just got to start figuring out how to make that last connecting pass and then get a little bit more behind those shot attempts. In the first half, 2 phenomenal looks on net, both little dribblers to the keeper. And when you're going toe-to-toe with a junior 3-year starter like Maddie Mack, you better come a bit more proper than that if you want to try to squeeze one in the back of the net, as we saw Rogers do with a perfect shot about 10 minutes ago in game action. So we're awaiting any Crestview player to come throw it in. Nobody wanted it. I thought the ball girl eventually was just going to say, all right, I'll take care of this thing. Is off the sidewinder. That's going to roll out of bounds. Throw in deep in Tiger territory. Tough place for Huron to have to initiate with the rock to try to get things out of their end. Meanwhile, Crestview's got other plans, trying to stay on the attack. And they'll maintain possession. That one settles down at the feet there of Addie Klein. Shifts it into the box. And Salser looked like she tried to deflect that to try to set up a corner kick. Instead, it's going to go down as a goal kick. As we'll see some fresh faces into the mix now for Crestview. Gift Pofi, number 10, a freshman. Getting some action out there. Awesome name. From Nigeria, I'm told. So a literal gift out on the field for you folks right here. You're welcome. Another goal kick coming up here for Huron. having trouble clearing it. And they won't be able to again here. As Carrie McClenathan, senior captain, up with the throw-in. Comes right back to her. And now she's just going to send this one from way downtown. Third save in the second half for Lauren Wainwright. McClenathan's father told me before the match that I think she only scored 1 goal last year, but it was on OH Report live stream, so they've watched that thing. He's got it saved on his phone. They've played that baby back a few times. Definitely more of a defensive specialist, but we'll see if Kieran gets more opportunities this season to move up and play a little bit more in the midfield. She's definitely got the footwork for it. They've just got some other girls that have proven here tonight that they are excellent distributors that can make plays when necessary. And here comes the Gifts on the move. Barreling her way through traffic. I mean, look at her just putting her head down and just trying to move Tigers out the way before she lost the handle. So we're approaching the 10-minute mark here. And got to start deciding now who the most valuable player of the match has been up to this point. We'll invite that young lady up here into the box, courtesy of Frito Lay, where it's always good fun. So make your vote known. Comment, let me know who should join me for the most valuable player interview after the match. And I will certainly weigh that in as a big factor to who we decide. It's going to be a Huron throw and a couple of Lady Tigers checking into the mix. A lot of youngsters out there now for Crestview. Predominantly freshmen and sophomores. Though Salser still out there, along with Kieran. Tigers with a little bit of space here. Looking to find some feet. Heidel had it taken away. As McClenathan continues to battle those cotton candy shoes. Running a possession here on the far side. Actually, it's going to be awarded to Huron. And a chance with a 2-on-2 here for the Tigers. Play developing just a little bit slowly. As it goes back and forth, nobody able to settle it until McClenathan does now. And now she kind of lost sight of where the ball was. As Huron continues to utilize their bench. 3 fresh bodies into the mix. Emma Amert for Crestview also getting back out onto the field. She'll check out Darren Moore, the freshman, who's got action in both halves, I believe, so far in this contest. Gets a nice big high five from her coach. And if we had to pick an MVP of our fan zone, it's got to go to Tiffany Fletcher. She's been commenting all night. So a big shout out to you and a virtual gold star coming your way. Always love our fans getting involved, being part of the broadcast. Tiffany, you are our fan zone MVP. I saw on Shark Tank last night that there's a company that mails potatoes out to people with a little message on it. So that might be the new prize that we come up with for our MVPs. Sending out some real spuds to some studs. Yes. I don't remember the name of the company, but I think Spuds for Studs kind of got a good ring to it. I think they even got a deal. I think a shark gave him $20,000 for that.
Potato parcel.
Potato Parcel is the name. Mail a spud. Wow, there's multiple companies out there that are trying to mail potatoes, so we're gonna be just one of many. Maybe we'll send hash browns instead. Maybe that needs to be a fan question out there. What's your favorite way to eat a potato? I think it's like the most. It's been asked in here before. There's just so many different ways that you can cut it up. You can mash it. You can bake it. You can fry it. You can saute it. Whew. So for me and my money, the best way to eat a potato, I kind of like the combination where it's the mashed potato inside of the potato skin, the twice baked. So that it's an extra feature with the butter and the cheese on there, but that just comes standard on any potato. I'm just factoring in that you're getting that no matter what. But for me, I think the twice baked potato probably is my favorite overall because you get all the textures. You get the skin, you get the mash, you get a little bit of just a regular potato, all built into one beautiful package. The fries here in America, of course, America we love. Hash browns, home fries. Here on the Potato H report.
Close.
Potato H. Don't worry, folks. There's just 5 minutes left that you have to suffer through this with me. Maybe we'll get some good soccer action. This is the first set piece of the night for Huron. Let's see what they do with the corner kick. Looks like they're going to send 6 up all outside the box in a single file line. Big scrum there. They're going to send 1 girl to mark Maddie Mack. And this is going to be sent out kind of about where it needed to be. And a lot of barking going on down on the Crestview sideline. They like what they saw with their defense. And that's always, gosh, some of my favorite memories, certainly from basketball. Didn't play soccer in high school, but when you get pulled out because your starters and your veterans did so well that you're going to be on the sideline and cheer on your freshmen and sophomores in varsity, it really is one of the finer parts of being one of those veteran leaders out there. So a lot of fun being had on the Crestview sideline right now, and I love watching that type of stuff. And if you did get a chance to check in on our other live stream going down tonight, you saw that Fredericktown was able to pull off a clean sweep of East Knox tonight. Callie Carpenter, our MVP from that match. Phenomenal athlete. I can't wait to see her on the basketball floor this year. She's got such an unusual way to slice through defenses, just so smooth. And yeah, and we hope, of course, health, the number one factor that you got to factor in there. But if you got a Carpenter, you got a chance. And Fredericktown, they've had more than that so far on the volleyball court. 4-0 on the season. Soccer Cougars looking to get closer to 500 here tonight as they will get win number 1. Can we get some more fireworks before the end of this match, though? Cougars, certainly with a lot of these youngsters out here, they've kind of taken their foot off the gas, allowing some of the younger girls to get into the mix. And I don't believe, Tim, does soccer program have JV this year? So they've got decent numbers, but no JV this season. So for these freshmen and some of these sophomores that aren't typically in the mix, this is huge. This is all you're getting in terms of game competition this year. So these are some valuable minutes that we're seeing them get out here on the pitch in the second half. And the only way to really know what it's like to be in a varsity game, well, you got to get that game speed down for yourself. So Tiffany, I hear, is going to be awaiting for her potato. I still got to find out what's the best way to cook a potato. If you get it twice baked in the mail, you know who it's from. Okay? Yeah, I guess if there's a twice baked, I'm probably going to consume that thing before it gets a postage stamp on it. Let's just be honest. But maybe if you're a potato farmer out there and you want to hook us up with a bag, we'll start sending these things out. We'll just launch them. Get one of those potato guns. Shoot it right under your doorstep, Tiffany. Yeah, we need a partnership with the Jones Potato Chip Company over in Mansfield. We're pretty close by. They're near downtown. As that one squirts through, but it's going to be handled by the keeper. Saw Tori Kidney sprinting up in there, wanting to get herself a shot. As we're very short on time now. So any type of offense got to come, and it's got to come quick. And I think both units now just content to kind of let this clock run out, especially if you're a fan of the Cougars. So stick a fork in the Tigers. On paper, they might win in a fight, but not on the soccer pitch, not in this matchup. It's the Lady Cougars coming out victorious. Stick around, still plenty more to come on our Bob and Bob Door Company post-game show, including an interview with our Frito Lay MVP. So make your voice heard. Hit me up in the comment section, and we'll bring them up here for an interview. All that and more coming up after a commercial break. Stay tuned.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Looking for a new way to showcase your business? Advertising sponsorships for the Crestview Cougars live streams are still available. Contact the OH Report for more information, and let's make you a part of the game.
Having Frito Lay variety packs is a lot like having kids. You get a lot of flavor packed into small packages, and it's impossible to pick a favorite. Whoa! Yeah, definitely impossible to pick a favorite.
Frito Lay variety packs, packed with possibilities.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
We are back with our player of the match presented by Frito Lay, where it's always good fun. Elise Belcher joining us from the victorious Lady Cougars. And let's talk about the win first. You guys come out of the gates. I know that was a really tough one against Edison, so just winning and getting that kind of off of your back, how nice does that feel?
It felt great. We needed that win because we lost 1-0 on Monday to Edison, and it just felt good to win and gain a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, I certainly think that you guys did that, and with the 5 goals too, I imagine that's going to give you a ton more confidence moving forward.
Yes, a lot.
So the offense, it was clicking here tonight. I think you were the centerpiece of that, so tell me about just distributing the ball and then also just kind of taking matters into your own hands at times. And how do you go about picking and choosing when to be aggressive versus when to dish off and let one of your teammates shine?
I just got to be patient and look around the field and see what's open. We noticed that the outsides weren't open as much, so we tried to play it through the middle, and it seemed to work. So just got to look around and see what's open.
Break down that play for me where you dribbled through 3 defenders all at the same time, and then you launched one into the perfect place in the back of the net.
I was honestly a little nervous about that one because I saw all of them and I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I just went for it, tried to take a shot, and it worked.
Yeah, we're showing the replay of it right now. Absolutely ridiculous as you just came bolting through with a head of steam, dribbled around everybody and scored. So that's definitely going on the highlight reel for sure. Awesome stuff right there, Elise. So moving forward for you girls, now that you got the win, 3 straight more games here at home, 6 straight. open up the season. How nice is it to get the home cooking here, like basically for the first month of the year?
Oh, it's amazing. Last year, it was a little rough because we had a lot of away games, but it's so nice playing home, and I love our field, so it's great.
And we're going to be back over here when you guys take on Shelby on Saturday morning. Looking forward to seeing how the development continues. And for this team in particular, you were so young last year, but pretty much all the team back with the exception of a couple. So how much coming into the season did you feel like you guys have improved from a year ago?
Oh, my goodness. Actually, during our scrimmages, we were a little skeptical, not going to lie. But after playing, it feels great. We've improved so much, and our effort is there. We just got to keep with it. It feels amazing.
Well, and I'm told it's going to feel great on Saturday, too. It was about 90 out here tonight, only going to be about 70 on Saturday morning. So how much of a factor actually was the heat down on the field?
It's not the hottest it's been, but it definitely felt like I was playing a lot slower. I'm absolutely disgusting because of how sweaty I am, but it is what it is, and I think we played pretty good through it.
No question about it. The best match that you girls have put together all season so far, and expecting more of the same as you continue moving forward. So before we cut you loose, because obviously we both need to go jump in a nice cold shower now, go ahead and give a shout out. Who do you want to say thank you to for your performance?
I want to thank God for letting us be able to play a great game with beautiful weather, and my family, friends, and teammates. They were so supportive out there tonight.
Basically covering the entire gamut. Well done right there, Elise, in fantastic performance for you here tonight, our MVP.
Thank you.
Three, two, one, let's go.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Looking for a new way to showcase your business? Advertising sponsorships for the Crestview Cougars live streams are still available. Contact the OH Report for more information, and let's make you a part of the game.
Having Frito Lay variety packs is a lot like having kids. You get a lot of flavor packed into small packages, and it's impossible to pick a favorite. Whoa! Yeah, definitely impossible to pick a favorite.
Frito Lay variety packs, packed with possibilities.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Bob and Bob post-game show here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field, where Crestview tastes victory for the first time here in 2023. A big win, 5-1 tonight over visiting Huron. I'm Brian Skowronski, and really exciting to see these Lady Cougars perform. We saw Elise Belcher, our MVP, who had a goal previously in the year against Port Clinton, and 2 more here tonight, pushing her season total, of course, up to 3 on the season. And then a couple other girls getting in on the scoring action too. As you saw, Klein with a couple of goals here. I guess they have 2 different Kleins, spelled 2 different ways. So I better let you know that it was the sophomore Addie Klein with a K who was getting into the scoring column for the first time so far on the season. Devin Hickey as well had a big goal to round out the 5 for Crestview before they really kind of unloaded the bench, got the freshmen in there, a lot of youngsters into the fold, and with no junior varsity this season, huge bonus minutes for them going against a much bigger school in Huron. Here are your final stats of the evening, brought to you by Bob and Bob Door Company, and 22-4. Overwhelming for the Lady Cougars. They generated 15 shots in the first half, and then they were pouring it on early in the second half before, as I mentioned, they took the pedal off, or the metal off of the pedal, however you want to say that. They just quit kind of putting their good girls out there, putting on all the pressure. 12 saves, though, on the other side, so I think that it was a gutsy performance from Lauren Wainwright, who was tested quite a bit here in this contest. The Cougars with their 3 set pieces, all of them pretty quality. Kieran McClenathan set up not 1 but 2 goals off of those, so 2 out of 3. When you're batting 66% on your set pieces, that's a pretty absurd number. Awesome stuff for them. And the possession, 63-37 tonight. That was a huge factor. Crestview in the first half really dominated, and then for the early portion of the second half, they pretty much had the ball in Huron territory for all of the first 15 minutes before that counterattack and the lone goal tonight by Rogers with 23 minutes remaining in the match. Coming up on the OH Report on Saturday, we will be back here at Scott Bailey Memorial to see the Lady Cougars take on Shelby. So some more home cooking for them as they look to get even at 500 with back-to-back victories. Travis Barty will be on the call for that one beginning at 10 a.m. And then tomorrow, of course, we've got tens of high school football coming your way. We'll be here too, so just kind of setting up shop here in Cougar Country. The boys football team is going to be taking on a tough test in East Knox, coming off of a big win, so you can watch that live and free with G-Man and Storm on the call. There's our full buffet of live streams coming at you before the Friday Night Pigskin at 11:30. Got to thank our staff here, braving the heat. Brandon Powell, our camera guy, out in the bleachers today, making it happen. And this is his first official game for OH Report, where he has done the camera solo. Did a fantastic job for us, so a big shout out to Brandon. Adam Thompson, our director, producer, feeding me all those fun facts that I was giving you throughout the course of the night. And then I am Brian Skowronski, thanking all of our unbelievable sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. 100% sponsorship based is what we are here on the OH Report. So without contributions from these awesome companies, we could not be live and free. So we'll check out for tonight, but we'll see you again for a huge Friday tomorrow. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody.